recently released this song from the Beatles as a unplugged jazzy kind of a version, and I thought, let me show you how to play the rhythm guitar part that has got the melody of the song inside. Is a nice fingerstyle exercise. It's not too difficult, but it's quite pleasant, I think. It's a fantastic song. Sir Paul McCartney actually refers to Here, There and Everywhere as his masterpiece while he was with the Beatles. So you know, it's a lovely song, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy it, playing it as much as I did. So I'm gonna show you how to play it. If you want, you can also go and check the song on Spotify or all the streaming services. It's available there. There is also a lead guitar and a bass, so we did a little unplugged version of it. So let's start from the intro. I basically played the intro, verse and chorus and coda. Okay, that's what's in the performance at the beginning of the video. So it's quite nice, the intro, because it's basically in two different keys. There is a modulation that is gonna be in the song. The chorus is gonna be in a different key as the verse, and that's quite interesting. So in the intro is basically going between the two, you know, quite seamlessly. It's very classy, I think. So basically we start with this arpeggio of G, and the arpeggio is the melody that they sing, just G. By the way, there is a tab, so just follow the link and it's gonna take you to a place where you can download it. So you know, you can learn how to do your own piece, and this is the lesson, and then the tab is gonna help you out. So it's G, just a straightforward arpeggio. We got to this C minor 11, which is an open shape. It's a lovely shape. We basically got the first two strings open, and everything else has been pressed on the 7th fret. We don't play the 5th string. The melody is actually here on the 3rd string, so just make sure that you emphasize that at the beginning of the arpeggio. And then you can go, you know, ad lib and play something there. The 3rd chord is the modulation now. It's got a B flat. And that's still B flat. Quindi it's just the arpeggio of the bar chord. First, the 4 lower strings, and then we go to this shape. Now I added a trill, just that, and then we go to this shape of A minor 11, because the 4th is actually the melody. D7. And this is the intro. The nice thing with the verse is that we got a couple of nuances. We are first in the key of G major, and then we go in the key of E minor, which one could say, oh, well, you know, but it's the same key in the end. Yes, but they do add a different atmosphere. Let's have a look. The first chord is this G major, then the melody is on the 3rd string, A minor 7. Then we got this G over B. The melody is quite up high, so what I thought is, okay, we play G, the open strings, and the B, we play it on the 6th string here. Because this will be the melody, so it's B on the melody, then D, which I'm playing on the 7th fret, and the A on the 5th fret of the 1st strings. So So it is a bit tricky if you're not used to this shape, but it's not really the end of the world. So and then we go to C with this G on top because that's the melody. So with the arpeggio, I'm mainly playing the melody of the song, and then when I've got a gap, I'll add a couple of extra notes, so that you know, I mean, especially if you're playing by yourself, the tune, it's nice to add something extra. All right. So this is basically the first 4 chords. That repeats twice, and the second time the melody on the G over B is slightly different. I'll show you now. Now will be, so there is this C, D, E, B, C, D, E, and then we go back to C, and I do this hammer on the A from the G, and then we go to B, which is now the note, the next note from the other chord. Now we're going to basically modulate to the key of E minor. And so far, the feeling of the song, the mood of the song is quite happy, isn't it? Now we got a little bit darker, a bit more melancholic, because we are entering a 2-5-1 in E minor, which is the F sharp minor 11 or half diminished. So this is the shape exactly like our the same shape as C minor 11, is just now on the 2nd fret, and we're still using the open strings there. And obviously we add this melody, C7. The melody is always on the 2nd string, the B. And then we're going to close the 2-5, F sharp minor, B on the E minor, which is now the root obviously of the minor key. I'm adding also the 9th just because I can. Because I like to do this other thing while I'm playing the melody. So the melody will be always on the 3rd string here, and it's G, A, B. Then I've got this A13, basically playing the open A string, 5, 4, 5, slide, 1 tone up, and then come back. So these are the different sections, and even here there are quite a few modulations. We've got the B7 that wasn't supposed to be there because we were supposed to have a B minor 7 in the key of G, but now because we want to go on in the key of E minor, the B has become what we call a secondary dominant, which is something that happens quite often in a minor key, where the 5th of the minor key becomes a dominant. E minor 9, with this little nice thing, you know, we're adding a 4th, you know, it's an interesting chord, I think. And then we go to this A dominant, A13, which is, again, it's a modulation. It's like we're going in the Dorian mode, okay, and just in this section here. To go back to A minor, which is now we're going back to the key of G major because we're playing A minor, D, and G. So it's a 2-5-1 in the key of G. So this is the verse. It's quite nice, I think. The second time around, instead of playing A minor D, I'm actually playing A minor in this F sharp diminished chord. This allows me now to play the melody nicely on the guitar, this way. Again, there is the tab, so I'm not going to go into like second fret, third fret, you know. You can go and check it out, and please don't forget, I'm sure you're going to like it, the unplugged version on Spotify, Antonio Rico, Spotify, okay, here, there, and everywhere. Then we go to B flat major chord, then G minor 11 again, is the same shape that is appearing a couple of times. So B flat, C minor, and that's F sharp diminished 7 again. Now, what happened here is that there's been a modulation. You probably noticed the mood has changed completely. Now, this is something that the Beatles, like many other great composers, did all the time, which is to go from one key to another. These are what they called parallel keys. So from the key of G major, we're going now to the key of G minor. So it's a G is always the root, but instead of being major, it's minor. And that's exactly what's happening. Actually, as a matter of fact, this will be B flat, G minor, C minor, and then it's actually F, but I'm playing that diminished rather. It's the turnaround in B flat, so it's 1, 6 to 5, which is a common chord progression, but is the transition what really makes it interesting in a different key. So B flat, G minor 11, C minor, F sharp diminished again. And then we go to C minor, G minor, sorry, G minor. This shape. And then open string there. So we've got the third minor here. I was doing this little passage there, which is something similar. It's on the record as well. George Harrison was playing that part. So this bass now is taking us back to C. The F sharp diminished again. And this takes us back to the key of G major. And as you can hear, this thing of going from G minor to G major is just lifting the song to another dimension. It's like taking it back home. And this is the beauty of it. And then we go back to G, A minor, G over B, C, and the song eventually closes on C, like this, and then at 9, and then G. I hope you like my little arrangement. Go and check the full track on Spotify, Antonio Rico, or whatever other service, and there is the tab for grab, so go and check all this stuff out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.